Please. Thank you.
You have to convince yourself the lion is not in the room. When it is, I assure you, you will know.
Dr. Lecter. I'm
I
Special
hate to
Agent.
be discourteous, but this is a private exit for my patients.
Special Agent Jack Crawford. FBI, may I come in?
You may wait in the waiting room.
The amount of detail's incredible.
Learned very early a scalpel cuts better points than a pencil sharpener. I'm beginning to suspect you're investigating me, Agent Crawford.
No. No, you were referred to me by Alana Bloom.
Most psychology departments are filled with personality deficients. Dr. Bloom would be the exception.
Yes, she would. Yes, she would.
Have you told Jack Crawford?
No,
Why not?
because I was hoping it wasn't true.
Well,
Good. Garbage. Shall we talk about...
buongiorno, dottore. Buongiorno. Back so soon.
Given the nature of your...
So many learned fellows going about in the halls of behavioral science at the FBI. And you consider yourself a layman.
I do when I'm in your company, Doctor.
Do you have trouble with taste?
My thoughts are often not tasty.
No, mine. You and I are just alike. Problem-free. Nothing about us to feel horrible about. Finish your breakfast. You're totally functional and more or less sane. Well done.
Did you just rubber stamp me?
Yes.
You're one of 3 doctors I'm interviewing. It's more or less a bake-off.
I'm very supportive of bake-offs. I'm afraid I must ask for your bag.
What?
Your bag. Come, sit by me. You've been terribly rude, Miss Lowndes. What's to be done about that?
Loin. What kind?
Pork. Well, next time, bring your wife. I'd love to have you both for dinner.
I believe the as yet unidentified caller was our copycat killer.
You say he was loving. I believe it. That's what you brought out in him.
It's not all I brought out in him.
It isn't very smart to piss off a guy who thinks about killing people for a living. You know what else isn't very smart? You were there with him, and you let those words come out of his mouth.
Somebody told him we were coming.
The man on the phone?
It was a blocked call. Did you recognize his voice?
I'd never heard it before.
Is there anybody new?
We're gonna reenact the crime? You be my dad, you be my mom, and you be the man on the phone.
Garrett Jacob Hobbs didn't kill Cassie Boyle.
I know.
What am I about to put in my mouth?
Rabbit.
He should have hopped faster.
Yes, he should have. Feeling paternal, Will?
Aren't you?
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Bloom.
Hello, Abigail. You were expecting me?
Onset of sleepwalking in adulthood is less common than in children.
Yeah, could it be a seizure?
I have no taste for animal cruelty, which is why I employ an ethical butcher.
You have a very good butcher.
I do indeed. The lamb must be newly slaughtered. The organs cooked the same day. I always oversee this process personally.
Did you just smell me?
Difficult to avoid. I really must introduce you to a finer aftershave.
I don't think I've ever had tongue before.
It was a particularly chatty lamb.
Smells delicious.
Don't give me ideas. Your tongue is very feisty. And as this evening has already proven, it's nice to have an old friend for dinner. And the flesh is also purple. Not like other grapes where flesh is white and color comes from the skin.
A grape with nothing to hide.
I cannot force a feast. A feast must present itself. Franklin, good to see you.
You too.
Class? Who's hungry?
I want you to be my friend.
Of course you do. It's a brilliant diversion.
It's an interesting theory. I will keep it in mind if another body drops.
Please do.
Just tell me now, because I'm going to find out, and it will affect your insurance if you lie.
May I ask for your business card, please?
Would you care to help us catch the Ripper?
How could I refuse? This is very educational. I transferred my passion for anatomy into the culinary arts. I fix minds instead of bodies, and no one's died as a result of my therapy. Before we begin, you must all be warned. Nothing here is vegetarian.
I kissed Alana Bloom.
Well, come in. We are fathers now.
You're in very good hands. Dr. Lecter here is one of the sanest men I know.
I would agree.
The symptoms are only going to get worse.
I know. It's unfortunate for Will.
How much do you think she'll remember?
I sincerely hope for her sake she doesn't remember much.
If only I had been more curious about the common mind.
I have no interest in understanding sheep, only eating them. A South Indian curry. Made from sheep, of course.
When Dr. Gideon began to suspect he was being pushed.
He pushed back. The subject mustn't be aware of any influence. He's had a mild seizure.
That doesn't seem to bother you.
I said it was mild. Wolfberries, ginseng, ginger, red dates, and star anise.
You made me chicken soup.
Yes. When the pressures of my personal and professional relationships with Will grow too great, I assure you, I'll find a way to relieve them.
She saw the copycat.
Why not kill her then and there?
Or maybe he didn't have the time. You know, she was an unreliable witness. Just that bought him time.
You believe this is personal?
If it wasn't before, it is now. This could be someone at the Bureau, someone in the police department.
Well, unless recently means just before I walked into your office, you failed to mention any of this to me.
Because I was trying to determine if it was trauma and stress from the work he's doing for you or mental illness.
Why?
I was curious what would happen.
You wanted me to kill Nick Boyle.
I was hoping.
I hallucinated that I killed her, but it wasn't real. I know it wasn't real.
Seems hard to find words today.
I almost feel guilty about eating it.
I never feel guilty eating anything.
I can't quite place the fish.
He was a flounder.
You are obsessed with Will Graham.
I'm intrigued.
Obsessively. And what can't you repress, Hannibal?
Impossible. I try to leave an indelible mark wherever I go.
Hopefully not with your DNA.
How long will you have my suits?
You might want to think about supplementing your wardrobe.
I frequently do. I got to be Will Graham today.
Jack Crawford doesn't know what you're capable of.
Neither do you.
He tells everyone that you are a monster.
Well, in that case, you're dining with a psychopathic murderer, Frederick. Did you share these questions with Jack Crawford?
No, and nor will I. I would look just as guilty as you. But perhaps that is what you intended. You are dangerous.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
God, when they were alive.
Excuse me.
Doctor, join me over here.
There may be trace evidence preserved in the craquelure.
What?
Craquelure. A fascinating insight, Miss Katz. As if Will Graham himself were here in the room.
Whoever killed him understood him.
So often you open your mouth and I hear Will Graham's words come out. I've been advised to stay on this side of the line.
Select patients have taken to urinating on the therapists.
I would argue drawing a line might encourage a pissing contest. Hello. I love your work.
You might want to prepare yourself. You've never seen anything like this.
I'm sure I haven't.
There is no God.
Certainly not with that attitude. Will claim someone else committed the crimes he's accused of.
He said that person was you.
Perhaps he was half right.
How far would you go to help me?
It hadn't occurred to me to send you in here.
I have been thinking about the possibility that you may have been psychic driving Will Graham all along.
A bold accusation, Frederick.
He very much wants to be you.
He should be more careful what he wishes for. That was rude, Miss Rose.
I am interviewing Will Graham at his request. Imagine that.
I'm trying. I'll give Alana Bloom your best. Goodbye, Mom. I believe that's what they call a mic drop, when he suddenly knows what to do.
And do you know what to do?
I need to get my appetite back. Shall I carve?
I think you already have. You intend me to be my own Last Supper?
Yes.
How does one politely refuse a dish in circumstances such as these?
One doesn't.
Miriam.
Seems I am the usual suspect. The same unfortunate aftershave. Too long in the bottle. Oh my God. That would be the FBI.
They think I'm weird.
I'm much weirder than you will ever be, Margot. I can feed the caterpillar. I can whisper through the chrysalis, but what hatches follows its own nature and is beyond me. Can you imagine tearing someone apart? Or would you prefer to use a gun? You will always be ruled by your fascination with teeth.
That's what you said to me when they brought me in your office. The very first time.
Is that what I said? They're looking for you.
I don't think I can stop.
I don't want you to.
She told me she believed me. She knew there were others like me.
Fascinating.
Did you kill her?
No. Perhaps you should have a more personal conversation with Mr. Tier. I've only come to offer words of encouragement.
I sent someone to kill you. You sent someone to kill me. Even Stephen.
Consider it an act of reciprocity. You should be quite pleased. I am. This is a fledgling killer. He's never killed before. Not like this. You know you will have to kill him, Margot.
You must know pigs as well as you know people.
I do know pigs. But I must insist on selecting my own pig. Always do.
That neither of you is the killer she's writing about. But together you might be.
Fanny Lance must consider you a bland interview subject if she's already resorted to fiction.
It's just hard to know where you are with each other.
We know where we are with each other. Shouldn't that be enough?
Better the devil you know. We'll make it together. You slice the ginger. Please.
I would like to tell you about camp. It was a wonderful childhood.
Mason. Please.
Oh.
Mason is discourteous. And discourtesy is unspeakably ugly to me.
Are you thinking about eating him?
Whenever feasible, one should always try to eat the root.
I learned about suffering. Not mine, mind you, but the general. What game of chicken are you and the sperm donor? I never blink. Just send me the bill. I'm so sorry.
I don't know who's pursuing whom any more than these fish do.
Whomever is pursuing whom in this very moment, I intend to eat them. You shouldn't have done that. Mason, I must ask you to be quiet.
I'm hungry.
Eat your nose then. Achilles wished all Greeks would die, so that he and Patroclus could conquer Troy alone. It took divine intervention to bring them down.
Where's Jack?
In the pantry.
Have you read his books? They're terrible. You know they're terrible. You're just too polite to say. Blink if you agree.
One can appreciate another's words without dissecting them. Though, on occasion, dissection is the only thing that will do. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
You really are the devil.
The devil has been a yoke on the neck of humanity since we first began to think and dream. I, for a much shorter time.
You smoked me in time.
Smoked, glazed, served on a sugarcane quill. This isn't cannibalism, Abel. It's only cannibalism if we're equals.
This is posthumous.
You're not dead yet, Abel. You still have to eat.
If he's such an expert on Dante, let him lecture on Dante.
I'm happy to sing for my supper. I found a piece here that I would preserve. I've killed hardly anybody during our residence.
Your peace is without morality.
Morality doesn't exist. May I get dressed?
You may. What have you done, Hannibal?
I've taken off my personal suit. If you are free, my wife and I would love to have you for dinner.
All to make me tastier?
Oh, yes.
Imagine what you must taste like. Won't be long until someone's taking a bite out of you.
You're becoming brighter, Abel. Dying hasn't told you one bit.
My husband has a very sophisticated palate. He's very particular about how I taste.
Is it that kind of party?
It's not that kind of party.
No. It really isn't.
Please join us. We were just about to discuss the matter of chewing in Dante. You may have to strap me to the breaking wheel to loosen my tongue.
Clearly, you found him as distasteful as I did.
On the contrary.
We can twist ourselves into all manner of uncomfortable positions just to maintain appearances, with or without a breaking wheel.
Are you here to twist me into an uncomfortable position? Observe or participate?
What?
Are you, in this very moment, observing or participating?
Why do you think I'm allowing this?
Why do you think I'm allowing this? You were very eager to see me discredited, Professor Soliato.
You sang for your supper before the dragons at the Studiolo.
A cocktail created by Escoffier. Served to first-class guests on the Titanic during their last dinner. If my victory pleased the professor, I could not tell.
And you weren't paying attention.
I pay lots of attention, but not in a wide-eyed, indiscriminate way. That may have been impulsive. Technically, you killed him.
2 men from the Capone are dead.
I can only claim one. Technically. Nothing happened to me. I happened.
What is it worth to be known as the man who caught Hannibal Lecter?
For a policeman, credit has a short half-life. Better to sell me. This is your ancestor, Francesco, hanging outside the palazzo. Particular illustration is bows out. I've seen others bows in. By all accounts, Francesco was led astray by 30 pieces of silver from the hand of the papal banker. On a related subject, I must confess, I've been giving very serious thought to doing the same. I haven't had a bite all day. The rest of the meat should hang at least a week in the current cool conditions. I didn't see the forecast. Did you? I gather that means no. Was it Mason Virtue you sold me to? I called the number on his wanted site once. Far from here, just for fun. There's nothing I would love more than to be able to chat with you, Alana, but you caught me at a rather awkward moment. Hello, Jack. Did you get my note? I imagine you were capable of giving any medication Bella may have needed in the night. Did you practice injections on an orange, Jack? I brought Bella back from death and he returned her to it. Is that where you're taking me, Jack? Market to buy a fat pig. Home again, jiggity-jig. How is Jim?
She pushed me off a train.
Hannibal? Did she kill her tenant? Or did you?
She did.
Excellent.
What's for dinner?
Never asked. Spoils the surprise.
Soup isn't very good.
It's a parsley and thyme infusion, and more for my sake than yours. Jack was the first to suggest getting inside your head. Now we both have the opportunity to chew quite literally. But we've only chewed figuratively. The first course, of course, will be your hands and feet, sizzling on a Promethean barbecue. It makes a clear ringing sound when struck. You've thought of everything. And when I do lose my tongue,
I'll boil it and slice it very thin. Marinate it in olive oil, garlic, parsley and vinegar.
Simple and clean. And delicious. Bartam and traché and tartufi bianchi.
How I found you in Florence.
Betrayed by good taste.
I stopped drinking beer when I found out what you were putting in mine.
Who?
Enough people have died.
You haven't. Traditionally made with pig's blood, in this case, a local cow.
And when you last made it for me?
The blood was from a cow, only in the derogatory sense. What is the subject of your new book, Frederick?
The Tooth Fairy. He is the debutante, although he lacks your love of presentation.
More of a shy boy, this one. This is a very shy boy, Will. This shy boy has already seen Will. Before he became the Red Dragon, this shy boy would never have dared any of this. That's the same atrocious aftershave you wore in court. Did you get my note?
I got it, thank you.
Did you read it before you destroyed it? Or did you simply toss it into the nearest fire? You just came here to look at me. Came to get the old scent again. Why don't you just smell yourself? I'll need to collect some flesh. Something you can live without.
You mean like a finger?
I couldn't bear to take your fingers. Not even one. They're so lovely. If you consider the possibility that he's disfigured, or that he may believe he's disfigured.
That's interesting.
That's not interesting. A stepson absolves you of any biological blame. You know better than to breed. Can't pass on those terrible traits you fear the most. You've come to wag your finger?
I love a good finger wagging.
Yes, you do. How is Margot? You've got Will dressed up in moral dignity pants. Your father never wished for anything but your happiness.
My father cut my throat.
Out of love. You've placed him back in the pot, and you're letting him cook.
We're all in this stew together, Doctor.
It would be more honest if you ate his brain right out of his skull. Bella used to say your face was all scars if you knew how to look. There's always room for a few more.
You have hugged hell, Dr. Lecter.
I often do. They're listening.
I'm just about worn out with you crazy sons of bitches.
The essence of the worst in the human spirit is not found in the crazy sons of bitches. Ugliness is found in the faces of the crowd.
What did you say to him?
Save yourself, kill them all. Then I gave him your home address. How's the wife?
You have written some brilliant articles for the Northern Medical Journal of Psychiatry.
Thank you, Frederick.
Do you think I am your nemesis?
No, nemesis, no.
Oh. I am just going to leave an extra copy of my book right over here.
Thank you, Frederick.
Where's the other one?
This one can provide you anything the other one can. I'm sorry, Jack. The tragedy of what's happened to Frederick has put me in an excellent humor. I was rooting for you, Will. It's a shame. You came all this way and you didn't get to kill anybody. Only consolation is stuck to Chilton. Congratulations for the job you did on him. I admired it enormously. What a cunning boy you are. Safe now. You can go home again if there's any point. Is there any point? Jack couldn't ask me himself.
Jack doesn't know you as well as I do. He thought if he asked you for help, you would just torment him.
Quite right, too. Do please tell Frederick, if you see him, I wish a speedy convalescence and hope he won't be very ugly. What was that you said?
You'd never have turned yourself in unless I rejected you.
Yes, that extra bit. I believe that's what they call a mic drop. But here you are, having to come back and pick it up again.
What are you doing?
You know, Will, you worry too much. Going my way? I'm just standing here thinking about what's up, comicbook.com.